Springfield.
It's the Rockin' Metal Revival!
It's all about the ass. Right. Yeah. Plus, he never came.
Drink it up!
What? Oh, we fucked for hours. I'd come 9 times. He'd shoot a puff of smoke. Can't be that dude.
Welcome to the show!
Horns up, metalheads. Time for another edition of Rockin' Metal Revival. Hey, that must be why he never got Jesse's girl.
That's why. Shooting a puff of smoke.
Shooting a puff of smoke.
Careful.
Yeah. Get that
Like
checked
get
out.
dust in your eye.
That's right. It's good to be back, brother. Another week. We've survived.
We're back. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back
After
in
the scary Halloween.
That was scary. Scary songs.
We did a Halloween wedding. Jerry and I were both involved in we didn't marry each other, so don't get any ideas.
Yeah. No, we're not Chris and Nancy.
Yeah, we're not the CMS. So anyways, but we had a good time.
Yeah, that was cool.
Congratulations to Rollin and Annie.
Yeah.
And, boy, a lot of people, hey, we got some listeners actually coming to my birthday show.
Are they coming?
No.
Just
they're guys.
Not even hard?
No. We don't want that, buddy.
Well,
Yeah.
you said it. I didn't know what kind of show you were
Get your
doing
mind
there.
out of the gutter.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh.
Today we welcome Leather Leone to the show
Yes.
from Chastain. That's right.
Leather. So be prepared.
Be prepared.
Bend over. Getting some leather.
That's right. So we're going to kick the show
Smack.
off. Jesus. What the hell are you and Kim been doing around here?
I'm not talking.
All right.
I'm not talking.
From the Halford album Resurrection, let's get this off with a bang. Here's Locked and Loaded. Don't even get off.
You said erection. Nah, you said erection.
I didn't say erection.
You did too. What
I
album's
said
it off?
Resurrection.
So I heard erection in there.
Hey, Beavis, just play the damn song. From the CD Good Night, California, there
Good
is
night,
Rocket
California.
Queen.
Good night, California.
And I Hate You.
Ooh, nice.
I
It's
like
another love song.
Another love song.
A lot of love songs.
We're all about love songs.
We're all about playing those love songs.
That's right.
So,
hey, did you get that list of the albums that are released in 2015 that I sent you?
yeah, there's got to be more. There's a shitload more than that, isn't there? Those are the ones that were on them. We played.
That we
stuff?
played. And
Okay. Well,
so,
yeah, I thought there was some more. There was a few more somewhere. I'll have
Really?
to check. Maybe. I don't know. What list did you go off of?
I got it from Chris.
Oh. Well.
And then, it went month by month what was released.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe you're thinking of something late last year or something?
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, great.
Something we missed
Yeah.
last year or something. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we got that coming up in December. We'll probably do the countdown, R20, New Year's Eve. Because
Really?
that falls on a Friday.
Oh, cool.
So we'll do it for that weekend. The weekend before, we'll do our annual Kissmas show.
Again.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Then-
How many Kiss songs are there? For Christ's sake.
Hey, and then the week before that, if you keep it up, we're going to do a very hairy Christmas.
Oh, no. Please,
Okay.
no. Please, no.
All right.
You can do the Christmas. No Harry Christmas.
Yeah.
That
I'll get Dee Snider on
those
here.
songs are
Yeah.
pitiful.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, let's just play all Dee Snider's fucking Christmas.
The whole
shit.
Twisted Sister Christmas album. Oh, my God, that's
Fucking
terrible.
stab me in the ears
Oh,
right now.
Terrible.
Ooh.
All right.
I
So-
just have to sit here and... I'd rather sit here and listen to
I'm
me.
so glad you got that stand, dude. It sounds so much better now.
So much louder.
Yeah.
And then got some crunch
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Did you ever get that
Badass.
signed by anybody?
No. We took it. Didn't.
Where'd you take it to?
We took it to the festival. We didn't take it out. We took it and ended up leaving it at the fucking hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that your
Yeah. That's what
safe word?
Yeah. Cowbell.
Cowbell?
Yeah. Cowbell. Jeez.
Oh, man.
Man, you're sick.
Hey, so Leather Leone is on the show with us today from Chastain, and we were talking with the V, and V's talking about they should do a tour together, and so we'll ask Leather about that a little later on, and
That sounds like a lot of work.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you're going to need a different tour manager on that bad boy. So, but we'll talk to Leather next hour. Coming up, we got news of the weird and news you can't use, and Some more new music.
Yeah, got a few new things.
New tunes. Let me see. Let me grab one here. How about this cover of the old Triumph classic?
Put that down.
What do you think about that from Cobra and the Lotus?
Cobra and the Lotus?
Yeah, the EP's called Words of the Prophets.
Where are they from? They're from some other country, too, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Some female singer?
Yeah, she's good, man.
Yeah.
And this is the Triumph classic. This is Lay It on the Line on Rock and Metal Revival. There's brand new Saxon and the song's called Hard and Fast, and it's from the CD Battering Ram. You like that?
Yeah, it's another love song.
Another
love
song.
songs.
Yeah.
We're just a love fest.
I feel
on
sorry
this
for
show.
Kim, man, if Battering Ram is a love song. Wow,
The
Hard
album.
and Fast, yeah.
The whole album.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The whole album's a
right.
love song.
It's in stores now, so go out and get it.
Yeah,
I'm glad Saxon's still putting out new music. I got to give you credit on that one, man.
Yeah, that is a good album.
I was never a big Saxon fan, but you got me to listen to him and some good stuff.
They've been putting out good stuff for a while now, man.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
All right. News.
Not a lot of bands can do that.
No. Hey, let's go to News of the Weird.
Let's go.
This is a state that's pretty weird. Iowa man eats toilet paper trying to avoid drunk driving arrest. I wonder if it was used.
I wonder if it was out of the cop's butt cheeks.
Yeah, I guess he was really 3 sheets to the wind. He tried to wipe away his criminal record.
Oh, nice.
Police in Iowa City, Iowa say Ross McDonald took drastic steps to avoid arrest on being a drunken driving charge this past Sunday morning. He allegedly swallowed toilet paper before taking the breathalyzer test. I wonder if it was like that scented stuff.
Oh, it must have been.
McDonald, 39, was pulled over.
I wonder how many plies it was.
Yeah.
You know, where was it? Was it at like a rest stop or?
It must have been.
Or something? Because, they use that cheap toilet paper. He'd had to eat a lot of that, man.
He was driving the wrong way down the road.
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
He seemed extremely confused and could not tell officers what bar he was coming from. He maintained that he'd only consumed 2 drinks.
Yeah, they were fucking gallons.
Officers noted his choice of Halloween's costumes as well, a trench coat and a piece of cloth that looked like a penis.
Nice.
He was taken to the University of Iowa Department of Public Safety drunken driving processing room, where he initially refused to take a breathalyzer. However, he changed his mind after eating a bunch of toilet paper under the mistaken assumption that would somehow interfere with the breathalyzer test. He blew a .165. That's twice the legal limit.
Nice, man. So it doesn't work then.
Nope.
No, I wonder where he found somebody said.
Probably on the internet.
Yeah. There's probably a whole fucking website. Yeah, eat toilet paper, you won't get your DUI. Nice. Give it a try.
Yeah, give it a try.
It's worth a try.
Pharmacy accidentally distributes bipolar meds instead of candy.
Nice. Where's this?
Yeah, the drug's side effects included nausea, tremors, and suicidal thoughts.
Oh, shit. Hey, little kid.
Yeah. Trick-or-treaters in Quebec got more trick than treat when they accidentally received bipolar meds instead of candy.
Nice.
A Quebec pharmacy unknowingly passed out antipsychotic pills to kids after a customer dropped her 17-year-old son's prescriptions on the way to the store.
What the... How the hell do they get unwrapped little pieces of
I don't know,
fucking
but
candy?
Yeah, but
how?
so according to the store, it was unfortunate we don't know how the employee got it mixed up with the candy by accident.
Yeah, by accident. Let's trip out these little kids and see what happens.
Yeah, let's mess with these kids.
Here, little Jimmy, take one of these. Try one of these. Yeah.
Hey, Google wants you to celebrate Spain's Clitoris Festival.
Google, way to go.
Yeah, town staff.
That sounds like fun.
Town hall staff blamed Google Translate
Nobody
for
can find the place.
Vagina mix-up.
Nice.
A Google Translate error turned an annual celebration in Spain into something a bit too tantalizing when it changed the Galician word grillo into clitoris, inviting Spanish
it's easy to mistake this
speakers to celebrate the Feria Clitoris Festival.
All right, Clitoris Fest.
As fun as a Clitoris Festival
that sounds like something we should be involved in.
Yeah.
We should be sponsoring that.
We will. We'll have one here in Beloit.
Welcome to the RMR Clitoris
Festival. Yeah. Oh, God.
Jeez.
All right,
Way to go, Google.
Drunken woman breaks into zoo to pet tiger and gets bitten.
Aw.
Yep.
Poor tiger.
The woman suffered a severe hand injury and was taken to the hospital. Omaha police say a tiger bite on an apparently intoxicated woman who broke into a Nebraska zoo to pet the big cat.
A Nebraska zoo has cats?
Yeah.
Big cats?
33-year-old woman suffered a severe hand injury in the incident, says the Omaha Zoo. Well, no shit.
How the hell... Is there a cage? Open cage? How the hell do you get your... Most of them are glass encased.
Okay, I want to make one... Before this, read this last story.
Okay.
I want to make one observation.
Okay.
90% of these people were drunk.
Yes.
Okay?
90. Yeah.
Okay, I don't read one story as, high man jumps in tiger cage.
No.
Pothead eats toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, folks.
Just think about it for a minute, all right? And last but not least, Egg McMuffin smuggler face unhappy meal in court. The contraband goodie bag was also included vodka, pot, cocaine, and a plastic egg.
That's and an Egg McMuffin. I mean, that's the perfect mix.
A British couple has been sentenced to prison after they were caught on surveillance video trying to smuggle a variety of items into a London area prison, including an Egg McMuffin.
That's the topper right there.
Yep.
You can get you can have the drugs, you can have the pot and the coke and all that and the booze. That's fine. They don't care. It's that fucking Egg McMuffin. That shit is dangerous. That shit'll fuck you up.
When I was a kid, my parents said, "Don't look up to that hamburger." That was the guy.
The hamburger. I know. That's what turned you. Turned you into the criminal
that I am today. All right.
Nice.
That winds up News of the Weird. Coming up, we got news you can't use, but right now, let's do another new one.
Let's go get an Egg McMuffin.
This band's called Voodoo Circle, and the CD's called Whiskey Fingers. This one's called Heartbreaking. New music right here.
All right.
On Rock and Metal Revival.
Here's your latest hard rock and metal news on Rock and Metal Revival.
All right, metalheads, grab your kids, put their heads to the speakers, and make them listen. Listen up, you little snots.
Tape them up. You might learn something, but you probably won't.
You probably won't because
if you do, forget it.
Yeah.
We didn't mean it.
It's time for talking real metal news you can't use. Dean Castronovo of Journey. They fired me because they love me. That's what I said at my last job. Yeah. They fired me.
They love me
because they love me.
They love me so much they had to fire me because they
want to make my life miserable.
Yeah, not because you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. You talking about me or this guy?
No, that guy.
Oh, okay.
No, you. We already know you are.
Where? Yeah.
I was just clarifying that he is.
Yeah. 3-time running piece of shit of the year.
I know.
All right.
Man,
Dave Mustaine wanted to re-record Megadeth's "Killing Is My Business" album with the current lineup. Dave, don't do that. Kiss has done that. It's bullshit. Don't do it.
Nope, not worth it.
Because, you know what? I was starting to think you're a halfway decent guy. If you do that, you're a tool.
Yeah.
Metallica's Lars Ulrich is looking forward to headlining at San Francisco's AT&T Park for the pre-Super Bowl party.
Yeah, they're playing pre-party.
Yeah, wow. Wonder how much they had to pay him for that.
Yeah, they're probably not more than 6 figures, 7 figures.
Looks like Megadeth, more Megadeth news. They're going to kick off their U.S. tour in February, according to Dave Mustaine.
Nice.
I like Megadeth, man, live. They're good.
That should be good.
Metallica Testament, Ugly Kid Joe, ex-Pantera members to honor Lemmy as bass player live.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I'll have to check that out. It's about time. Pay tribute before he's gone.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
And the health ain't getting any better, that's for sure.
We're not getting any younger.
And they're running him to death.
Yep.
Making him tour.
Judas Priest, I talked to a guy, honestly, his promoter, says he doesn't want to leave the road.
Yeah.
He said if he left the road, he'd probably die.
Yeah, he probably get bored.
Yeah. Judas Priest, Rob Halford still wants to make a blues album. I think that would be interesting, seriously.
That could be. That could be interesting.
He wouldn't have to scream. I mean, you just use that growly voice.
Yeah.
Anthrax to release For All Kings album in February. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I got one of the track. I got a new track, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll play it after the news.
Evil
then.
Twin.
Let's play it after the news.
Yeah.
All right. Richie Blackmore, UK Rock Show announced for June 2016. Dream Theater. This is great news for Chris over at the Classic Metal Show.
Oh, yeah.
He's a huge fan.
Yeah.
To debut new album live in its entirety on the European tour. I'm glad it's in the UK.
Any band doing this, good idea, bad idea? going out.
I don't say a new album. If you had a classic
new album. Yeah.
But like a classic album, like when Priest did British Steel or Kiss did Live One.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. But
a new album? No.
Brand new? No. That's fucking... That just gives them a whole hour and a half.
Concept.
Yeah, unless everything has to go together.
Yeah, if it's a concept album like
in that
Mindcrime.
In that case, you can't do that. No.
Anthrax, what?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You're torturing your fans.
Yeah.
Yikes.
They'll probably only play 4 songs.
Yeah, well, that's all there is.
Yeah. Ex-Anthrax guitarist Dan Spitz calls his former bandmates fairy tale tellers.
Oh, because they said Charlie played all the guitar leads and all that.
Ozzy Osbourne's son Jack filming new show for History Channel.
Yay! I can't wait for that.
At least
20... You ever seen that show, Drunk History,
no.
on Comedy Central? Funny as shit, man.
At least 27 dead, 180 injured in fire at Bucharest heavy metal concert. You know, and I had tickets for that, too.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, good thing you didn't go,
Good thing I didn't go.
I know.
Wow.
I gave mine away.
They told me you couldn't smoke there, so I didn't go. Gilby Clarke on his exit from Guns N' Roses. One day, the checks stop coming.
Yeah, and that's when you
party's
over.
That's a pretty good indication that you don't work there anymore.
Yeah.
Motorhead launches new beer, Motorhead Imperial Pale Lager.
Yay! Woo!
Poison's Ricky Rocket. Bret Michaels hasn't wanted to work with us on an equal basis for quite some time. And Bret Michaels is going, I'm going to go out on a tour with Poison next year. Yeah. I don't see that happening.
No.
And Vivian Campbell will find out next month if his latest cancer treatment is working. Good luck with that.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun.
So you said we got some new Anthrax?
I got new Anthrax, dude.
Crank that bitch up.
I forgot about it.
New Anthrax right here on Rockin' Metal Revival.
This portion of Rockin' Metal Revival is brought to you by...
Now what do? You know what I mean? What the hell? Where'd that come from?
I taught myself how to keister.
How to...
Yeah.
Keister up the keister.
Look, the electronic toothbrush part still works.
Oh, no. Okay, James, cut it off. Cut it off. Get it out of my face, man.
I can turn it on with no hands.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that trick. It's okay. Put it back. God.
Put it back?
No. Stop, please.
Do you want me to teach you how?
Nah, I'm a pass on that.
It starts with a simple inverse inhale.
James, stop it.
That with a simultaneous relaxing of the sphincter.
Okay, I don't want to know.
You sure?
James, I'm positive.
Okay.
I just want to ask you one question.
Yeah.
I was over there and I was touching other shanks.
Yeah.
Were they
keistered?
Yeah. Were they keistered?
Most of them. Yeah.
From the CD Dominion, there is the V with Benedictum and bang. God, it seems like forever since we've seen the V.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, might have been. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been, what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Got to find out if she's going to go out and see some more people on the road.
Never know.
Has she talked to you?
No.
We'll have to get a hold of her.
Keep me in the dark.
Like a mushroom.
Yeah.
Keep you in the dark, figure you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's me.
All right, well, we're lucky enough to have on the show today with us Leather Leone from Chastain. They've got a new CD out called We Bleed Metal. And this is the title track.
Cool.
We'll talk to Leather coming up on Rockin' Metal Revival. There is the title track to the new Chastain CD called We Bleed Metal. And Jerry, it is so good.
And they mean it.
And I think they do.
It is. It's that liquid metal. I've seen it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, here's a question I have for you.
Badass, man.
Now, we've had this show for going on 10 years, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And this is the first time that we're going to welcome to the show Leather Leone. Uh-huh. Welcome to the show, Leather.
Hey, thank you very much. It's an honor, I must say.
What took us so long to get you on the show?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you didn't know my phone number. I'm not really sure of that. Because my phone is always on.
Well,
it's Red's fault.
It's my fault. I'll take
We'll blame you. Okay.
Well, hey, we are really digging the new We Bleed Metal CD, and for a lot of the fans out there, we want to know how important was it for you and the rest of the band to make another album with this almost classic Chastain lineup?
I know this material is sick. I wasn't sure there was going to be another one, and that's usually up to Chastain what Leviathan's going to do. Surrender to No One to me was a little iffy. I wasn't really too proud or too okay with leaving it at that. And we had written a bunch of other songs at the same time, so I just assumed we would continue to work on those. And then Chastain, as the writing machine that he is, just said, I have this idea in my head about We Bleed Metal. I think it's going to be a song, or it should be a record, or it should be something. So let me work on some stuff and send it to you. Within a month, I got this record, and I loved it. And again, I think the difference is Chastain music comes from the mind of David Chastain. It's nobody else. He let me write with him, not that he let me. We wrote together for Surrender to No One. I think it made a really big difference with my input. This one is all him. That's what my answer is. This record kicks my ass. I love it.
Well, you took like 20 years off. How was that?
I did.
So what'd you do in that time?
I went on a cruise.
Oh, nice. Around the world.
I had just kind of hit a wall for myself musically. Nothing was going on for me that I wanted to go on. I have never been one of those people that music was the only thing I could do in my life. Oh, my God, that's all I can do. I gladly closed the chapter on that book when, like I said, I didn't get anyone that wanted me to be me, and I can't fake anything musically, dude. Yeah. I'm a metal singer. That's what I do. So I live in California. I got into animal medicine, and I got into a lot of pit bull rescue, and, that took up, I didn't realize, but that took up 20 years.
Wow, that's cool, though.
Very cool, because we're big into the animal rescue here at RMR.
Yeah.
So that's very cool.
It's everywhere, and I think anyone that has a sense of being, I got my first pit, I think, shortly after Chastain, when I started interning at a hospital, I found a pit puppy across the street, and it was over. It was like when I heard Ronnie James Dio, I knew that was the next step in my life. So they kept me very busy, and I still love it.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Now, listening to the songs on We Bleed Metal, they kind of go back to a 1980s sort of sound like the glory days of Chastain, but they also have, the modern technology of today's music. Was that a concern, or was that, a way that the whole album was coming together when you guys sat down to do it?
Well, we've always kind of talked about that, but again, I don't think we sat around with Surrender to No One or this one and said this is what it has to be. That's the way Chastain writes. And of course, we'll never come out with a thrash record, or we'll never come out with a pop record. So, and I also think that Chastain is a major songwriter. He's worked with me for so long and knows me so well. He knows what I want to say and how I want to say it. He thinks of me vocally when he writes a lot of this stuff, and he's also shredding on this record. I asked him, please shred on this record again. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Surrender to No One was a little tame, for him. He was coming from a different perspective, so I think he just let it rip. And again, us being in the studio for the second time over a period of, 2 or 3 years, we fall back into that kind of Euro, Gothic-y, mystical kind of stuff. So I think it's really natural for us.
So the technology...
Once the time had passed a little bit.
Oh, sorry. The technology has changed quite a bit since you guys first got together back in the 80s.
Yeah.
As far as recording.
I miss the big studios. I miss being in the studios, wasting all that money.
Oh, I know. I bet.
Sitting around, getting everybody's feedback. Yeah, now everybody just does their pieces at home, and they send them into the big box in the sky. Yeah, I miss that a lot. But sure, technology is incredible. Anybody can make a record. You can make a record in a month, and
that's not always a good thing, though.
I don't know. It's cool that people can express themselves for sure, but it used to be more of a special parade,
Yeah.
Like I said, I miss the studios and hanging out and the feedback that you would get and people eating and, talking and oversleeping. And, yeah, I do really miss those days.
Well, now, what are your plans after the release of this? Because in an earlier interview, I'd read that David is tired of touring. So are you just going to go out and do concerts being Leather Leone, or are you going to...
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I had the privilege of hooking up with a Brazilian promoter. When was I? What's 15? I was down there in 13, right? God, excuse me, I don't know what year it is. I went down there as Leather Leone. I'm going to plan again on doing that next year. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just got the... I don't know if you're familiar with Odin's festival that he does in Chicago. Every spring, the Ragnarok Metal Apocalypse, I believe he calls it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every May. I just got that show. I've grabbed David Harbour. You remember David Harbour from For Those Who Dare.
Mm-hmm.
And I've grabbed a guitar player, Jim Dofka. If no one knows who he is, go on YouTube. He kind of he makes a lot of good music, and he does a lot of incredible covers, Dio covers. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. You know, I'm blessed enough to where people are going to allow me to do it. So let me tell you, I'm going to do it. Yeah, Chastain's done. He's we always call him the wizard in the castle. He's just sitting in there writing all his spells, and he says to me, "Go do it. You go do all the, you do all the live performance, and I'll sit here and sell everything." I said, "Okay."
Nice, nice. Now you also did a duet with our friend the V on her solo album Now or Never. What is the connection between you and the V?
I got Veronica Freeman's phone number, and we kind of disagree on who it came from, but I think in 2000, 11 or 12, and I called her up one night, and her husband, who's a huge old-time metal fan, didn't believe it was me. It was a really funny conversation. So I hooked up with her then, and she had actually asked me to be on Obey. I believe that was a record at that time. Excuse me, V, if I'm chronologically off. But I told her no, I wasn't ready. I hadn't really been back in the game long enough. I didn't feel my voice was up to par. And we just stayed in touch. I met her at NAMM down in L.A. There was an instant connection for us. I don't know what it is. We're both crazed. We're both loud. We're both determined. And then she called me up for her solo record and said that her and Pete had written this song. I think she sent me just the musical version of it because she was going to change the melodies and the lyrics and everything. And then she sent it to me one day and said, "When can you come?" And I flew out to Arizona, and we did the song in probably a half hour, and then we went gambling. I mean, we just have a really good time together.
Well, now that you're out doing the Chastain songs and V's out doing the Benedictum tunes,
you could do a group
What
tour.
about a dual tour, a package tour?
We are actually in that conversation. We've been talking about it for a while. It's just a matter of who's interested and what bunch of guys would be willing to back up two crazy broads. But I think we found that. So, that's something we're definitely working on. I love being on stage with her. Benedictum allowed me to play a half set and open for them last summer running around. And it really works. We really push each other. We have this really friendly, competitive, listen to this note, I can outdo you with this note kind of thing.
Nice.
Which really works. I need to be pushed. I really need to be pushed. And a lot of times I'm always in my, my happy little safe little box, and I don't really get pushed out. But she pushes me with that big old voice.
Yeah.
So, I hope to have that happen soon, too.
So listening to this album, We Bleed Metal, the only thing that I can tell that's lacking is some cowbell.
Cowbell.
What do you think?
That's funny. When we were in the studio, that's what I was saying to him. We should just throw some cowbell in there, dude, just as an homage. But
that's all. That's what I listen
Wouldn't
for.
Wouldn't that be hysterical?
It'd be the number one album in Wisconsin. You can almost guarantee it.
Really?
Yeah.
We love the cowbell.
We love the cowbell here.
We shred.
Well,
cowbells.
you know that drummer Steen, right, from Pagan's Mind?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hell yeah.
He is just sick, and I think I said the same thing for Surrender to No One. I think that he's the one that added that modern, that drumming is just sick. And I feed off the drummer whenever I play live because I'm sure it's no surprise, but I tend to be really unorganized and I'm really flighty and I really lose my spot a lot. I get so excited when I'm up there and I'm bouncing around. I always look to the drummer. Not the guitar player. I always look to the drummer. So Chastain always makes sure that I hear his tracks really loud when I'm recording. He just feeds me. I think he's incredible. He's a monster.
Nice. Hey, well, Leather, what is the best place to keep up with you and what's going on with Chastain and where to get some of the catalog?
I would say, God, there's a couple places. Leviathan.com. God, I'm sorry. I think it might be LeviathanRecords.com or Leviathan.com. WeBleedMetal.com. It's all laid out there for you. You can go to Amazon. Amazon has all the information on the new record. Chastain and I are both on Facebook. LeatherLeone.com. You'll find out everything about me. David Chastain, like I said, is on Facebook. The record is out in Europe on Pure Steel Records, so you can go to puresteelrecords.com. I mean, it's all over the place. We're blessed. It's everywhere.
All right. Well, we give our guests another chance to take another track off their new release. And which one would you like us to play?
I would like "Don't Trust Tomorrow," please. It's become my favorite.
Can you tell us a story about that song, or?
I can't. I don't really have that one in particular, except that I just had a flashback where when I was kind of practicing it at home, I kind of thought that vocally it sounded really bland, and the chorus and something was wrong, and then I just went into the studio at Chastain again with the drum tracks behind me. I just think it came together really well with the chorus, and it's just a big song, and he put a lot of, as he did with Against All the Odds, when you guys listen to the record, he put a lot of ear candy in it. Mm-hmm. He put a lot of little weird guitar things in it that when you hear it, you don't really know exactly where it came from or what it is, but and Chastain also has a joke. Whenever I record a song, at the end of every song, he said, "Damn, that's the one, that's my favorite." So every day I have a different favorite, so he's kind of like, whatever, it'll change tomorrow, but Don't Trust Tomorrow is a great track, so enjoy it.
All right, here is Don't Trust Tomorrow from Chastain. Leather, you are always welcome back here on Rock and Metal Revival.
Thank you.
There's Judas Priest and Killing Machine on Rock and Metal Revival, and dude, I like that new Chastain album.
Good stuff, man.
Really like it. Can you imagine a tour with her and the V?
That would be crazy. That'd be a good show.
That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And get out and make sure you support metal and pick up a copy of Chastain's We Bleed Metal.
Hell yeah.
And we want to thank Leather for coming on the show. And next week on the show, we've got Chris from the band Like a Storm. And he plays a pretty interesting instrument that I think you should take up.
The didgeridoo.
Yeah, that's right.
Didgeridoo.
Yeah,
yes.
We need to get one.
Those are badass. Yeah, we need one for the studio. I can beat on the cowbell and you can blow on that didgeridoo.
You can blow on something else. I ain't doing nothing. All right. So we will talk to him next week, Like a Storm, right here on Rock and Metal Revival. And as we always say, don't drink and drive.
Smoke and fly.
Here's Def Leppard when they were still a band.
When they still knew how to rock.
Rock. If you heard the new shit, you'll understand what we're talking about. This is from On Through the Night. This is Rock Brigade. Till next week, peace.
This brings to an end another edition of Rock and Metal Revival. If you enjoyed it, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell two. Until next time, this is Rock and Metal Revival.
I said, who wants to fucking touch me?
To catch the whole show of Rock and Metal Revival, all you have to do is check it out on these affiliates. Mega Rock Radio's on Saturdays from 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and on Uncontrolled Noise Tuesdays at 1 a.m., Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on uncontrollednoise.com. And make sure that you leave them a message and tell them that you found Rock and Metal Revival on their stations. Enjoy this edition of Rock and Metal Revival.